Welcome to Pastor Andrew's Inspirations. If you enjoy these videos, please click on the red subscribe button and the bell below for more. Welcome to our online church, a congregation made up of many from around the world. No offering is necessary. Subscribing and watching videos will keep us alive under God's watchful eyes. Okay. Now we've touched on new children in the world, but what about aging parents? A daughter called her mother and asked her to come to the car to get the food they had just picked up from the drive-thru. The mother, holding only her shake, said, "What food? I thought it was trash," and had placed it on the roof of the car. The moral of this story is that aging parents know what the difference is between good food and garbage. Aging parents refers to your parents as they enter older adulthood, often anyone that is over 80. Experiencing normal age-related changes that may decrease their physical, cognitive, or financial independence, often leading adult children to shift into a caregiving role, managing new responsibilities for health, finances, and daily life, which can redefine family dynamics and roles. It signifies a stage where parents need more support, and adult children often become parents to their parents, creating complex emotional and practical challenges. The best way to honor your parents is to take care of them with love, respect, and kindness. The love and care we give to our parents in their old age is a reflection of the values they instilled in us. Caring for elderly parents is not a burden. It is a privilege to repay their love and sacrifices towards us. Fear of your parents' old age by Rashani Sarunika. There is a break in the family history where the ages accumulate and overlap, and the natural order makes no sense at all. It's when the child becomes the parent of their parents. It's when the father grows older and begins to move as if he were walking through fog, slowly, imprecisely. It's when one of the parents who once held your hand firmly when you were little no longer wants to be alone. It's when the father, once strong and unbeatable, weakens and takes 2 breaths before rising from his chair. It's when the father, who once commanded and ordered, now only sighs, only groans, and searches for where the doors and windows are. Every hallway now feels different and distant. It's when one of the parents, once willing and hardworking, struggles to dress themselves and forgets to take their medication. And we, as their children, will do nothing but accept that we are responsible for that life. The life that gave birth to us depends on our life to die in peace. Every child is the parent of their parents' death. Perhaps the old age of a father or mother is curiously the final pregnancy. Our last lesson, an opportunity to rebirth, the care and love they gave us for decades. And just as we adapted our homes to care for our babies, blocking power outlets and setting up playstations and playpens, we will now rearrange the furniture for our parents. The first transformation happens in the bathroom, we will be the parents of our parents. The ones who now install a grab bar in the shower. The grab bar is emblematic. The grab bar is symbolic. The grab bar inaugurates the unsteadiness of the waters, because the shower, simple and refreshing, now becomes a storm for the old feet of our parents and protectors. We cannot leave them for even a moment. The home of someone who cares for their parents will have grab bars along the walls, and our arms will extend in the form of railings. Aging is walking while holding onto objects. Aging is even climbing stairs without steps. We will be strangers in our own homes. We will observe every detail with fear and unfamiliarity, with doubt and concern. We will be architects, designers, frustrated engineers. How did we not foresee that our parents would get old and need us? We will regret the sofas, the statues, and the spiral staircases. We will regret all the obstacles and the carpet. Happy is the child who becomes the parent of their parents before their death. And unfortunately, is the child who only appears at the funeral and doesn't say goodbye a little each day. My friend Joseph Klein accompanied his father until his final moments in the hospital. The nurse was maneuvering to move him from the bed to the stretcher, trying to change the sheets, when Joe shouted from his seat, "Let me help you." He gathered his strength and, for the first time, took his father into his arms. He placed his father's face against his chest. He cradled his father, consumed by cancer, small, wrinkled, fragile, trembling. He held him for a long time. The time is the equivalent to his childhood. The time equivalent to the adolescence. A long time and endless time. By your side, nothing hurts. Rocking his father back and forth. Caressing his father. Calming his father. And he said softly, I'm here. I'm here, Dad. What a father wants to hear at the end of his life is that his child is there. I love you, Dad. Wherever you are, I always think of you. I will never forget you. The Bible emphasizes the importance of becoming, honoring, and caring for aging parents. This includes providing for their needs, showing their respect, and ensuring they are not neglected in their later years. This is seen as a reflection of obedience to God and a fulfillment of the commandment to honor one's parents. The Bible commands children to honor their father and mother. Exodus chapter 20 verse 12 and Ephesians chapter 6 verses 2 and 3. This includes showing respect, providing for their needs, and offering emotional support. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 4 says children should care for their parents, especially when they are older and need assistance. This can involve practical support, financial help, and ensuring their physical and emotional well-being. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8 says that those who do not provide for their own household, especially their parents, are worse than unbelievers. This highlights the responsibility of adult children to care for their aging parents. Caring for elders is not just about meeting practical needs, but it also includes cultivating their faith journey, offering companionship, and preserving their dignity. caring for aging parents is presented as a God-pleasing act. It shows gratitude for the care they received in their earlier years and is seen as demonstration of love and obedience to God and God's commands. The Bible contains several passages emphasizing the importance of honoring and caring for aging parents. Key verses include Leviticus chapter 19 verse 32, which commands respect for the elderly, and Ephesians chapter 6 verses 2 and 3, which commands honoring parents with long life. Additionally, 1 Timothy chapter 5 verses 1 and 2 provides guidance on how to interact with older individuals, teaching them with respect and kindness. Isaiah chapter 46 verse 4, and even to your old age I am He, and even to hoar hairs will I carry you. I have made, and I will bear. Even I will carry and will deliver you. This verse, while not directly about caring for parents, offers comfort and reassurance that God will care for individuals throughout their lives, including their later years. Proverbs chapter 23 verse 22, heaven hearken unto thy Father that begat thee, and despise not thy mother when she is old. This verse encourages obedience and respect towards parents, especially in their later years, highlighting the importance of listening to their wisdom and guidance. Exodus chapter 20 verse 12, honor thy father and mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. This verse echoes in Ephesians chapter 6, emphasizes the promise of longevity and well-being for those who honor their parents. Matthew chapter 15 verse 4, for God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death. This verse, spoken by Jesus, reinforces the seriousness of the command or the commandment to honor parents, even to the point of death. These verses, taken together, form a strong biblical foundation for caring for aging parents, emphasizing respect, obedience, and practical assistance. A Poem on Aging by Maya Angelou. When you see me sitting quietly, like a sack left on the shelf, don't think I need your chattering. I'm listening to myself. Hold, stop, don't pity me. Hold, stop, your sympathy. Understanding if you got it. Otherwise, I'll do without it. When my bones are still and aching, and my feet won't climb the stairs, I will only ask one favor. Don't bring me no rocking chair. When you see me walking, stumbling, don't study and get it wrong. 'Cause tired don't need lazy. And every goodbye ain't gone. I'm the same person I was back then. A little less hair, a little less chin. A lot less lungs and much less wind. But ain't I lucky I can still breathe in. In conclusion, caring for our elderly parents is a profound reflection of our own humanity and compassion. Let us strive to build a society where age is a badge of honor and where our elders are valued, respected, and supported with the dignity and love they deserve, just as they once provided for us. Now that we've learned a little about aging parents, what about sibling relationships? Sam Levinson said, siblings, children of the same parents, each of whom is perfectly normal until they get together. And Sander Levin said, power, that one thing but love of family and of siblings, is more important, is more powerful than any other power, at least earthly power. Byron Pulsper said, siblings, the definition that complies love, strife, competition, and forever friends. Here is something funny. Drama for days. It was New Year's Eve and into New Year's Day, and Betty's little sister, Kathy, was making a racket around the room. You've been noisy all morning. What are you doing? Looking for the calendar. What calendar? Auntie always sends us calendars for Christmas every year. Remember? Where did we put them? Kathy, where is yours? Did you put up yours yet? Auntie didn't send us calendars this year. She and Mom had that falling out. Remember? They did? When? Remember, she didn't come to Mom's birthday party. She totally forgot. Mom and her still are not talking. Probably because she didn't have a calendar. Betty took Kathy out to get her obsessive sister a calendar. Later that day, a sibling relationship is a unique bond between brothers and or sisters sharing at least one common parent, characterized by emotional intensity, intimacy, shared history, and long-lasting influence on development, serving as a mix of friendship, rivalry, and support within the family system, often shaping identity and society or social skills throughout life. The key characteristics: there is a shared history, growing up in the same environment, creates common memories, experiences, and a deep understanding of each other. there is emotional intensity. Relationships involve strong, often unlimited or uninhibited emotional and emotions, ranging from love and intimacy to conflict and rivalry. Most often, it is long lasting. It's one of the longest relationships in a person's life, extending from childhood into old age. First, there is social training. Training grounds for siblings, where siblings learn crucial social skills like sharing, negotiation, empathy, and conflict resolution through interactions with siblings. There are complex dynamics influenced by parental treatment, birth order, personality, family, cohesion, and external life experiences. There is also the nature which tends to be more symmetrical and peer-like than parent-child relationships. There is also the types of siblings. There are full siblings, share both parents, that degree relatives. It's kind of like first degree relatives. Then there are half siblings. They share only one parent. They are second degree relatives. Then there is additional siblings related by law, sharing a common adoptive family. There are also different kinds of influence. Positive influence can often be vital. It offers emotional support and instrumental support, acting as confidants and best friends. Then there's negative influences. They can involve competition for parents' affections, leading to rivalry and conflict. Through this can also foster individual identity. Here is a story about sibling relationships. The scent of burnt toast hung heavy in the air a familiar soundtrack to the morning routine. Leo, the older brother, emerged from his room, hair a tangled mess, a half-eaten bagel clutched in his hand. His sister, Maya, was already at the kitchen table, meticulously packing her lunch, her brow furrowed in concentration. "Mornin', sleepyhead," she said, without looking up. "Morning, Leo," mumbled, grumbling, a glass of orange juice in his hand. He watched her for a moment. The way she meticulously arranged her sandwiches and apple slices. A stark contrast to his own haphazard approach to packing his lunch and to breakfast. "You're going to crush your strawberries if you keep pushing them down like that," he commented, a hint of teasing in his voice. Maya's head snapped up, her cheeks flushing. "I know what I am doing, Leo," she retorted, her voice sharp. He chuckled, leaning against the counter. Sure. Just trying to help, sis." This banter, a constant undercurrent in their relationship, was a blend of affection and playful jabs. They were vastly different. Leo, the artist, drawn to vibrant chaos. Maya, the scientist, finding order in the smallest details. Yet, their differences were the threads that wove a strong bond, one built on shared childhood memories and a deep-seated understanding of each other. Later that day, at school, Maya found Leo surrounded by a group of friends, sketching furiously in his notebook. He looked up, a sheepish grin spreading across his face. "Hey, Maya, check this out," he said. Holding up his drawing, a vibrant, slightly abstract portrait of her. "It's interesting. Maya admitted, a small smile playing on her face. You made my eyes too big. Hey, it's art, Leo contorted, nudging her playfully. It doesn't have to be perfect or realistic. A group of their classmates had gathered around, their laughter echoing in the hallway. One of them, a girl named Sarah, turned to Maya. You're lucky to have such a talented brother, she said. Maya nodded, a warmth spreading through her chest. Yeah, he's all right, she replied, a hint of pride on her face and in her voice. As the day went on, Leo found himself distracted. His thoughts drifting back to the drawing, to the way Maya had looked at it, the way she had teased him. He realized that her criticism, though pointed, was rooted in her own unique way of showing she cared. That evening, as they sat against the swing on the porch to watch the sunset, Leo spoke. Hey Maya, about earlier, I'm sorry if I made you feel like I was making fun of you. Maya leaned her head against his shoulder. It's okay, Leo. I know you didn't mean it. There wasn't anything meant by it. We're siblings. That's what we do. He wrapped his arm around her. A comfortable silence falling between them, punctuated by the gentle creak of the swing. In that moment, they both understood that their sibling bond, with all its quirks and complexities, was a treasure, a constant source of love and support, even amidst the occasional burnt toast and oversized eyes. The Bible emphasizes the importance of love, compassion, and unity within sibling relationships, viewing them as a source of strength and support, particularly during difficult times. It also highlights the need to forgive one another and avoid conflict. Recognizing that siblings are a gift from God. Under love and unity, the Bible encourages siblings to love one another and live together in unity. Romans chapter 12 verse 10 advises, be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love, in honor, preferring one another. Under support during adversity, Proverbs 17 verse 17 states, a friend loveth at all times, and a brother born for adversity, emphasizing that siblings should be a source of support and comfort during difficult times. Under forgiveness and reconciliation, the Bible stresses the importance of forgiving or forgiveness within families. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 32 encourages believers to be kind to one another, tender hearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven us. Under honoring one another, Romans chapter 12 verse 10 also calls for siblings to honor one another above themselves, showing respect and appreciation for each other. Under potential changes, slander and judgment, under James chapter 4 verse 11 warns against slandering or judging one another, emphasizing that such actions can be detrimental to the relationship. Next time, we will continue where we left off on sibling relationships. In this journey of life changing, we are assigned to serve our Savior by being faithful to Him. We live our lives being inspired to create a faithful temple for the Holy Spirit to twist in His direction for His life-changing needs. May our Savior, Jesus Christ, grant to each of us the grace to our creativity, happiness, and strength to continue in every life change. These thoughts are all for our online church. With my deepest respect and my prayers that they may strengthen our grace and creativity through life changes under God, to our happiness, to our faith, and an uplift to our hearts. Adonai Nisi, the Lord is our banner. God's blessings be upon us, and have a lovely week.